Yo, thanks for tuning in to Celebs Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we got Tyga pulling a stew on the stairs, Busta Rhymes near-death experience, Meek Mill on Civil War, and 50 on the Grammys, and Boosie with the PS5. Again, thanks for tuning in to Celebs Source. If this is your first time to the channel, congrats, you've been selected by YouTube to be honored with top-notch celeb hip-hop news. Hey yo, I'm your host, Celeb. The team's name is Source, and yes, we have all the source up in this piece. Hey yo, apologies for saying Mo 3 was from Houston. Apparently, he was from Dallas, and it got a lot of folks all riled up. My bad. We can't be perfect all the time, and plus, your boy ain't passed geology? You like geology? It's geography, fool. Well, your boy struggled with that one too. You see what I'm saying? Much love to 84 Productions. Matthias Richards hit us with some real truth. Salute. Queen Yetta, we always appreciate seeing you in the comment section. And Brandon Fitzgerald, what up? Now, were you aware of the fact that you could sue a 5-year-old? You're like, yo, who does that? Remember that show American Idol? Yeah. Remember the main judge? Yeah, Paula. You like, Paula wasn't the main judge. Yeah, I know, Simon was. Simon Cowell's girlfriend rented out her Beverly Hills home for $40K to Tyga. And his 5-year-old son was sued along with him for not paying rent. Now, this is about 3 years ago. Fast forward to now. Your boy Tyga is still pulling a stew falling down the stairs to avoid paying rent type of move. Shout out to Coming America. Sup with that sequel. Anyway, his landlord is suing him because he is trying to duck out on paying $32K in rent. The landlord is also stating that Tyga caused about $150K in damages to the flooring, walls, and wallpaper, and also damaged the driveway with an unauthorized basketball hoop. Bruh, you could get a nice spot for like 3 G's, homie, anywhere else. You see what I'm saying? There should be no reason for me to even be doing this story. You follow what I'm saying? Busta Rhymes has recently dropped an album, but did you know he also had a near-death experience? His album put him in the top 10 position on the Billboard charts for the 7th time, respect, and the legend was speaking with Van Jones when he spoke about polyps in his throat, which was blocking his breathing by up to 90%. He stated that he spoke to the doctor and said, quote, "You need to tell me what the F you seeing. I need to hear what's going on." Now, the doctor turned around and said, your polyps grew so big that it blocked 90% of your breathing passage. And if I send you home tonight and you sleep under the AC and catch a cold, and that last 10% of your breathing passage gets blocked up, you are going to die tonight. That's what the doctor said. Now, the moment was an emotional wake-up call, Busta said, and he said that he just started crying, close quote. Hey yo, I ain't even trying to hear about Busta Rhymes going out like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to think on anything of the sort concerning Busta Bus. Meek Mill has come through on social media, right, and thrown a Molotov cocktail of fear into the crowd online. You like, what you telling us for then? You know what? Good point. 2020 sucks for a lot of people, right? But the year is pushing along just fine for others. Take Jeezy, for example. Your boy was a hip-hop artist and now has been promoted to music exec extraordinaire. Your boy will serve as Def Jam's senior advisor to label chairman while continuing to release music on his label. Def Jam has stated that, quote, Jeezy Jenkins, the Grammy-nominated multi-platinum rap superstar, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and media multi-hyphenate, has signed a multifaceted contract with Def Jam Recordings, which includes new and future Jeezy album releases, as well as a consultancy with the legendary label he has called home since 2005. The move was announced today by Def Jam interim chairman and CEO Jeff Halston. In this new role, Jenkins will serve as senior advisor to the chairman on matters related to A&R and artist development. Jenkins will bring over 20 years of music industry experience and entrepreneurship to bear on recruitment and development of talent, A&R duties, and more, close quote. Hey, yo, congrats to Jeezy. You see what I'm saying? Getting an upgrade. Look, this is what we need to be doing, and not keeping the other nonsense going on, like violence and all this other foolish tomfoolery or whatever you want to call it. You see what I'm saying? Like, our focus is to give you celeb news, and a lot of it deals with hip-hop, unfortunately. Hip-hop is big on the bullish. You see what I'm saying? Your favorite artists are out beefing with each other, but consider this, right? It's always awesome when we see our artists going to Burger King, hitting off the workers with thousands of dollars, Kodak feeding, like 50 Cent did, Kodak feeding families, Jeezy with the come up, Jay opening the school for the arts, and Beyonce having them COVID clinics. Unfortunately, we're constantly having stories that we inform you about that involves absolute ridiculousness. You see what I'm saying? Lil Boosie has expressed his anger, right, concerning the PS5. Now, in case you didn't know, right, Lil Yachty was trying to get his hands on a PS5, and apparently, you know, he posted something on social media talking about, on the gram, talking about he was just looking for a PS5. Anybody could secure one for him, he would greatly appreciate it. Something along those lines, okay? Now, next thing we knew, Lil Yachty was found with 2 PS5 boxes, and he took a picture of it talking about all it took was a hug. Your boy Celeb was furious. Now, I was not the only one that was furious, because apparently Lil Boosie has expressed his furiosity, if that's a word, concerning the PS5 as well, stating, quote, "Playing a video game like a junkie," I take offense to that, Boosie, "will take you off your grind and take too much time away from your grind. Hashtag hustlers. Don't let a PS5 have you with the same bag of money for 2 or 3 years. Hashtag, cause time is money. This ain't the year to be bullishing on no game." Close quote. Something tells me your boy Boosie also was not able to secure himself a PS5. Look, I'm pissed. He probably was online just like the rest of us, trying to refresh his stupid page, trying to get that stupid machine. And yeah, I'm kind of pissed off too, because your boy Celeb was out there looking like a fool, knowing that these clowns got bots out there, buying up a bunch of them, and now I'm probably gonna have to drop $1,500 for this thing. That's gonna be $300 next year. You see what I'm saying? Whatever, man, call me what you want. Now, we already leaked out this next piece of information, but we weren't 100% sure with all the information that we had, but apparently it comes out to be true. Quando Rondo, right, has recently expressed that he was not the aggressor on Friday night, the fatal night that Von was shot and killed in Atlanta. Now, according to a source that was close to Rondo's camp, it was reported that Quando Rondo was sleeping in a car, which is also the same thing that Von's manager stated, and he was sleeping in a car outside of the hookah lounge when the whole thing popped off. Now, when Rondo woke up, he claiming that he just saw Von's crew standing there, and he approached Von's people, which led to the fatal, shooting that took place that night. So now, as we already knew, right, Quando Rondo's crew is claiming self-defense, saying that Quando thought his life was in danger. And of course, we already showed the image in the clip when Von actually walked up and proceeded to, throw the hands with Quando Rondo. So we already knew how this whole thing was going to play out. And the big question is now, will it ride concerning what he's saying about not being the aggressor? And finally, do you know how many hot songs are out there that you've heard that will never get a Grammy? I mean, however they're deciding who gets a Grammy, some of your favorite artists will never get a Grammy. And we can argue the reason as to why, whether it's the content of the lyrics, the sound of the music, how commercial it is, or whatever. Well, 50 Cent has chimed in and provided us with his thoughts on why someone the likes of Pop Smoke will not receive a Grammy. Hey, yo, take a listen.
Recognized because he's gone. The content is similar to what I would do. They didn't recognize mine. They gave me Grammys when I was with him, when I'm on records with him and him. Other than that, they're afraid to give him Grammys because they think it's teaching them to be like him, used to be a part of gang culture. Who you see get Grammys that is making drill music? You mean to tell me none of those songs worthy? Those platforms are not for them to acknowledge those platforms and to really appreciate the artists for doing that. And we know that a lot of the guys that come up, specifically hip hop or rough around the edges, they coming from tough background. They get real adversity. You hear them put it beautiful that they become amazing. That's what makes it special, you know? Makes it unique.
50 stated they didn't recognize mine. They gave me Grammys when I was with M. When I'm on records with Eminem, they're afraid to give him Grammys because they think, he's talking about Pop, they think it's teaching the audience to want to be like Pop. Because it's better to be like Eminem, I'm assuming. Who you see get Grammys that is making drill music? You mean to tell me ain't none of those songs worthy of it? Those platforms are not for them to acknowledge. It's for the culture. Close quote. Yo, I guess if I give out an award, right, considered to be prestigious, you getting it based off of my criteria, because it's my award. And if I had a problem with country music or drill music, and that's what you do, you just ain't getting an award. Period. You follow what I'm saying? Now, on the heels of that, are you ready for another pandemic lockdown? How you feel about that? Well, F what you think, because a lockdown is probably coming anyway. Other countries have locked down and lowered their numbers, but our country is filled with stubborn jackasses, you know exactly who I'm talking about, that insist on not being told what to do. As a result, we have the highest COVID numbers worldwide. It's a worldwide pandemic, and folks are too clueless to be able to actually see that. Idiots will be like, yo, it's not even real, and somehow they get to live and infect the rest of us. Yo, do you know the states where the numbers are the highest are also the states that don't believe it to be a big deal? It's a side effect of following the monkey logic of... My bad. I don't want to offend the guilty. 50 posted an article, right, which read, quote, Biden's COVID chief says the U.S. should go into a total national lockdown for 6 weeks to avoid virus hell, and the Fed government can borrow money to pay workers while the country is shut down. With 50 adding on, quote, 6 more weeks? I need a drink. WTF. Close quote. Yo, let me ask you a question. If it took approximately 6 weeks of staying indoors and lockdown to get this country as close back to normal health-wise, and if it could save your loved ones, would you be down? Or are you too entitled for that? Are you on some F our most vulnerable health-wise, it's survival of the fittest time? Wouldn't it be sweet if those most calloused to life dropped off first? Yo, let me get out of here, man. Yo, thanks for tuning in to Celebs Source, your source for celeb news.